Okay, we're live. Hello, welcome everyone. Glad you can join us tonight. Sean Hart here with Amazon Sellers Alliance. Just got back from a quick little meetup group in Houston, and now Christina and I are ready to jump in here. But first, I want to introduce you to her. This is Christina, live from Vegas. Say hello, Christina.
Hi everyone.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to jump into some good Q&A here in just a second. But first of all, just a little normal housekeeping things. If you guys need to send a question or want to email it to support@amazonsellersalliance.com. And if you need to add to the Q&A, there should be a live question and answer box to the right. If you can't find it, just put your mouse over the left side of your of the picture there, and there'll be a nice little icon that says Q&A. If you click on that, it'll open up a live dialog box where we can actually answer any questions you might have for Christina live, and that helps out a lot. As long as the question's relevant, we'll get to it. So first of all, Christina, if you don't mind, if you'd go ahead and introduce yourself and give us a little background about you, maybe where you're from and where do you work, and those types of things.
Yeah, I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I moved to Las Vegas a little over 3 years ago. I've been working at the Venetian Palazzo as a cocktail server, also building my own business, Blush Jewelry. Um, yeah, and that's it. Been here for about 3.5 years now, and it's been fun.
Great. I think you told me when we met briefly back in July that you'd actually been selling on Amazon for a couple of years already.
You know, when I started my business, I started about 2.5, 3 years ago, and I was strictly doing just my own website, building everything from the ground up. And then, of course, you always look for different ways to sell your products. So I looked into eBay, Amazon, and thankfully, at the time, I created an account with Amazon, and I was able to get into the jewelry category. Had I not done that, I would not have been able to get into it now because it's closed. So I just signed up for it, started selling a little bit, maybe 5 products, and just kind of let it sit there for a little until I met you.
Yeah, that's great. It's kind of strange the way it happened. I know I said a little bit about that in the email blast that I sent out, but basically my business partner and I, Seth, we were standing just killing some time actually waiting on another ASMer from the live event in Vegas. And I think I had some kind of goofy little routine we wanted to try on the blackjack or roulette, whatever it was. I mean, I really don't gamble, but we were just playing around, and Christina walks up, and I think I ordered a Mick Ultra, and Seth orders a Coke or something like that. And I had my Amazing Selling Machine shirt on. She's like, "What's the shirt mean?" "Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it." She's like, "No, seriously, what is it?" I was like, "It's just about selling on Amazon. It's nothing." She's like, "Well, I sell on Amazon." Really? You didn't realize that the biggest Amazon sellers meeting in the world is like right down that hallway right there? And she says, "No." So
I
we just
can't even
kicked off
believe
the
it.
conversation.
It
It's
was
kind of funny how
insane.
things happen.
Yeah, I just saw that shirt and I'm like, oh, amazing sewing machine, huh? And then we
Yeah,
both
it's funny.
just started talking about it, and it just like one thing led to another. We started talking about how passionate we both were about selling online, and I mean, just hearing about your experience with Amazon was just so interesting to me. So I just kept talking and talking, and you're like, you know what? I want to help you out. And I'm like, me? Really? So I'm
Yeah.
thankful you did. It's just been I can't even believe what's been happening with my Amazon business. It's like happening right in front of my eyes, and it's amazing. So
It's definitely an amazing experience, and it gets better with time. That's for sure. Everyone I know in this business, Christina, they just get better and better every day, and it's not like it's something you have to be pushing all the time. Even Seth and I, our best, most successful products always seem to be the ones that have the longest history. That we've been carrying for the longest time because we can really build that business up, get some good legs under it, and really know and understand our customer and our market. So I think you're experiencing some of the same things there.
yeah, I'm excited.
So anyway, okay. Well, have you had any prior experience in business itself? I mean, whether online or not, before you did Amazon?
I have. I did a lot of. I've been in the jewelry industry my whole life, but it was primarily in brick and mortar stores, fine jewelry stores. I wasn't really introduced to the online world until about 2.5, 3 years ago when I started blush jewelry. And then Amazon, I just really like little bit here and there, a couple $100 a month. Didn't really focus mainly on Amazon because, of course, I thought I could do much better on my own website or even eBay. I was having a lot of success with eBay, but shipping and packaging every single order was just getting so time consuming. So um, that's when I met you and you told me about FBA, and so I started researching more about that, and oh my goodness, what a difference between shipping your orders by yourself every single day and then letting someone else do it for you. Huge difference.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I always say, people don't know what they don't know, and there's
Yeah,
things that we all learn every day. I mean, I learn something new all the time. So as long as you're open-minded and you approach it like that, then I think we can all get better with time. So
absolutely.
Jennifer sends out some. She says, "Hello, how are you? We're doing fine, Jennifer. Glad you can make it. Thanks for joining us tonight." And anybody, as you join the party here, if you have any questions, just type it in the Q&A on the right there. So let's move on down. So, how were you first introduced to Amazon, Christina?
Again, when I first started my e-commerce store, I just looked at different avenues and different routes to sell my products. So Amazon was one, eBay was another, and then of course my own website. So yeah, a few years ago.
Okay, so when you jumped into Amazon, you went in there directly with your jewelry then.
Yeah, with my jewelry, my designs. So yeah, it was private labeling. I was doing my own brand. I wasn't ever selling anyone else's brand. Um, but I really didn't spend much time on Amazon. It's a lot different than eBay. It's a lot more involved than than eBay and my regular store.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's amazing. I was telling your story earlier this evening, like I said, and I told him I was like, when I first met this young lady, she was actually, she was excited about Amazon, excited about the online business, and I think she told me she was doing about $200 a month in sales.
Oh,
And last time I looked at the last screenshot you sent me, you were like at
my
15,000 in your 30 days trailing.
Yeah, it's. I keep sending you screenshots because I can't even believe what's happening. My sister is probably so sick of me sending her pictures. She's like, "I hate you. I hate you." I'm like, "Oh yeah, 20,000. I hate you." But I did hit my 20,000 mark. Today, I think my past 30 days is at like 23,000 right now. So I can't even believe it. It's amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And it just keeps getting
That's a
better
major
every single
milestone.
day. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm really excited to see what else.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure you are. You spend a lot of time building, getting the product up and going, and I know I helped you with one of your launches there. So we're really excited about you. Like I said, I brag about you up and down at my meeting earlier today, and now the people that were involved in that meeting get to see this and really put a face with the name and understand that they can do this too.
Absolutely.
Excuse me. Which category are you selling in? Is it just jewelry, or do you have other categories too?
Right now, it is just jewelry. I think I have enough on my plate with just the jewelry category right now. So maybe in the future, I'll look into other categories, but I think I'm sticking with jewelry right now.
Okay, well, good. That's a closed category, not even gated. It's like if people want into that party, they can't even get an invitation. So you're lucky there that you're grandfathered in. So congratulations on that as well.
Yeah, very thankful.
Okay, let's see. How much sales did you have each month on Amazon before you and I met? Was it about $200? Was that
Yeah.
right?
hmm I wasn't really focusing much on Amazon, but yeah, so it was only about 200 on Amazon alone.
So now you don't have a living room full of jewelry and poly mailers and bubble wrap
Uh,
anymore?
I still do. I'm slowly, because it's all my previous, it's my merchandise that I was selling before. Now I kind of don't really pay attention to it because this new uh, Amazon business and my new products are doing so well. I'm just trying to focus my time and energy on what's going to make me the most money. So that's where I'm focusing. I mean, slowly I'm adding my products on Amazon. Like today, I sent about 200 pieces of mine to Amazon's fulfillment center. So little by little.
Okay. So of the 22 or 20 23,000, whatever you said was your 30 days trailing sales, is that one or two or three products you think?
That's mainly one product. I have one product that is doing so well. Today, I just checked, it was number 48 in jewelry, um, which is
Nice.
insane. Yeah. And then my second product, it's in the top 1,000. It's doing okay, but it's primarily from one product, this one.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was like two or three. So yeah, that's better. So tell me about the top three things that were easiest for you to implement into your current Amazon business to achieve the fastest results.
Um, Top three things. I guess narrowing down a category was super easy because I knew I was going to do jewelry. I'd already been in the category. My brand was already approved by Amazon, so I mean that was easy. Also, finding a supplier. I don't want to say it was super easy, but I did have experience like, dealing with suppliers. I'm always learning, and I'm always open to learning more about finding better suppliers. But I think that was pretty easy as well. And then finding the right opportunity. You made it really simple for me. It made me look at things completely different. Um, Before, on my own website, I would find something. If I thought it was selling really well, I would make a piece or make a bracelet, and then I would make maybe 20 different styles. Of course, it would take me like maybe weeks just to build each product on my website. And now, you find one product, one opportunity. You spend, a little bit of time building one product, and then that one product makes you so much more than the 20 products you just spent like weeks on. It's completely different, and I think that was pretty simple for me to implement into the new model.
Oh yeah, yeah, sounds like it. So yeah, to me, and I talk about this all the time, the fact that Amazon is so transparent about what's hot, what's selling, and the bestseller rank kind of gives us a sort of an inside look at individual businesses, and I love that. So now when you look at it, you don't really have to make a guessing game of what people are going to like. Using all the metrics that you learn, Amazon tells you what people like. All you have to do is create your own product and brand it around that category, and it makes it simple for anyone.
Mm-hmm. So I agree.
So the products that you sell now, Christina, are they products that you source in the U.S. or China or both?
I'm only sourcing in China right now. I've tried sourcing in the US. Of course, it's really, really expensive. I mean, the difference is like night and day. So I've always been sourcing in China. I've done all my sourcing in China.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So if you want to be competitive in the jewelry category, especially, you need to be
Yeah,
dealing direct with manufacturers instead of the middleman, right?
absolutely.
So what did you find to be the most challenging part of getting your Amazon sales up and running?
The most challenging part, I would say this is just waiting for inventory. I'd build the product and I get so excited. And I remember I kept reaching out to you like, I'm so excited, but I have to wait 2, 3 weeks for the product. He's like, you're like, just be patient, it'll happen. But it's just waiting for the inventory to get fulfilled by Amazon and for the products to be available for sale. I think that was the that was the hardest part for me. Just to be
That's
patient.
funny.
Yeah. In the
Yeah,
beginning,
I
I'm just so
remember that pretty well too. Now
it was crazy.
you're like the queen of emojis or whatever you call them. So it'd be like, I'm waiting.
Oh,
All
no
these
picture.
smileys. I'm waiting. I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
tired of waiting. I can't wait to launch it. I mean, it's like wow.
Yeah.
I think it took you about 2 or 3 weeks, and it seemed like 2 or 3 months to you.
Yeah, it did. It's every hour, every day, or whatever. I'm just checking Amazon to see if they received the package, and yeah. But I mean, it's just being patient, and once it gets there, just know that it's all uphill from there.
Yeah, that's funny. I remember the product you're talking about that's doing the majority of your sales. You were like, I have like 200 or 500 of these. Do you think that's too many or something like that? And then quickly, just a few days after that, you were out of inventory. And you're like, oh my God, I don't have any more inventory. I have to order more product. And
Oh,
it's like,
that's the
oh,
worst.
just calm down. It'll work out.
Yeah, that's the worst.
That's definitely frustrating when you're onto something like that. You feel like you have a tiger by the tail and you really don't know what to do with it. And then when it sells out, you're just like on the outside looking in. It's frustrating as heck.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I know we talked about this just a little bit before we went live, but do you think sourcing product in China is hard or as scary as people believe it is?
Um, no, I don't think it's scary. I think you just have to start small. If it's done right, it can be very good. You just have to start small. Yeah, you're going to pay maybe a little bit more for samples in the beginning, but it's worth it to do it. Invest the money up front, buy small, receive your product directly to you, test it out, use it yourself, give a few to your friends to test out, and then that's when you want to invest in larger quantities. So, yeah, as long as you just, do little by little,
Okay.
be patient, and that's all it takes.
Be patient, coming from the person that can't
I
stand to wait for inventory. But yeah, I think you're right.
I learned.
Like I said, my partner Seth, he always says, let's fire bullets instead of cannonballs. Meaning start small, get your feet wet, make sure everything looks good, and kind of validate your idea before you jump in head first. So I think that's pretty good. So is Bubbles going to say something, or is he just going to sit there?
Bubbles. Oh, she's my best employee. Can you say something?
Okay, you want to introduce Bubbles?
This is Bubbles. This is my
Hey,
Scottish
Bubbles.
fold. Oh, she's not happy. This is my Scottish fold
Not
cat.
happy?
She's not happy. I just woke her up. She's so sweet.
Uh oh, that's funny. There you go for all the cat lovers out there. That's Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Okay, so what was your biggest challenge or biggest problem when it comes to sourcing in China?
Um, just the quality. I guess it takes time. You have to order from different suppliers to make sure that you're getting the best quality. Um, uh, I remember when I did this previously for my personal e-commerce site, what I did was I'd order, the quality was great, but the sizing was a little different. Maybe like the communication sometimes is a little off. So it takes practice. You just have to little by little practice. You're gonna fail. Everyone's gonna fail a few times, but you just get back up, try again with a different supplier, and it gets easier the more you practice. That's it.
Well, good. People need to hear that because people like me make it sound like it's super simple, and I know that's a challenge. It's kind of people are a little apprehensive about sending money overseas and things like that, and it's really not that scary once you get involved in it. And I think you got the jewelry thing down to a science. I have the most roughneck 7-year-old boy ever, and right in the middle of that launch that we helped you with on one of your necklaces, I ended up having one sent to my house. Actually, I had two. I don't know how I got two of them, but I give one to my 5-year-old or one to my 7-year-old, and this kid plays football, basketball, baseball every day, and it's been 2 months now, and he's still got that thing around his neck. It looks brand new.
Oh,
He
good.
showers in it, he swims in it, plays in it. Yeah,
That's
I keep every time I see it on him, I'm like, I'm going to take a picture of that and send it to where it came from because she'll get a
yes.
kick out of that.
That's awesome. I love it.
And
Yeah, know your
yeah,
product too.
he's a
Whatever
roughneck.
product. Yeah, you just knowing your product and knowing the questions to ask when you're dealing with suppliers helps a lot. So do a lot of research on your product. When you find that opportunity, research every piece of material that comes with it, and then know the questions to ask your supplier, just so you know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, from our experience, when you're dealing with China, you can pretty much get what you want. So, basically, if you come up with some kind of widget and the price is $4, well, really, a lot of Chinese will come back to me and they say, "Well, what's your budget? What do you want to spend? We can make it any quality you want. Just tell me how much." So, when you really know your product and what goes into it, and what separates the good from the bad, and like a lot of people, they'll go in and check their competitors' listings and look at the complaints to see what people have a problem with that product, and then they can address that when they deal with the manufacturer. So I think it's really important to do that. Like you said, know it inside and out, so you know what to do and what not to do, and the questions to ask. So really good idea. So if you could go back to late July or early August when you first started implementing great marketing into your existing Amazon line, what would you do differently now?
I would. I remember when I started, and I was looking at like all the little small things. I was asking you questions about packaging. I was wasting a lot of time on stuff that really didn't matter. And you told me, like, just focus on sales and reviews. That's all you have to focus on. Even if you have to send the product to start in a clear poly bag with the barcode on it, just send it. Get your product there, start generating some sales, and then we can work on the packaging and the small details later once you've started, making some good money on it. So that's definitely something I would highly recommend, is don't sweat the small stuff. That stuff can come later. Just start making, start generating sales and reviews. Those are the two most important things.
Good. So once you start setting your inbox and Amazon starts shipping your product, then you get all excited about it and order more inventory. And little by little, you can add a logo, you can add a better package.
Mm-hmm.
You can put cards, thank you notes, whatever you want in it. But yeah, I mean, I preach that every day. People are like, well, I'm hung up on a logo or hung up on a business name, or, how do I separate my packaging?
Yeah.
Packaging is irrelevant. Like you said it yourself, sales is number one. If you have no sales, nothing else matters. So, ship it in a OPD, plastic bag if that's what it takes. And I do it all the time. I mean, I just talked to Landon about this today. He says, well, what do you do if you're ready to launch a new product? Do you wait until all your ducks are in a row, all your T's are crossed and whatnot? And I said, no, just launch it. Go for it, because if you can sell it, everything else will fall into place. So I'm glad you come back. I figured you'd say if you had it all do over again, you'd have ordered more inventory.
Yeah, probably. No. It's working out pretty
So,
well.
I know that you shared the Amazon opportunity since you started seeing a lot of success with it with people that are close to you, because I've seen them join my mailing list. A couple of people reached out to me, like Luke and his wife. So what would you say to anyone who's thinking about getting involved in the Amazon business but afraid or confused, or maybe think they don't have enough experience?
Um, well, I think sometimes not having the experience is an advantage. You don't bring any bad habits with you. You come fresh. You come ready to learn something brand new, and you only know one way to do it, and this is the best way to do it. So not knowing any other way and just knowing this way sometimes I think is a huge advantage, because a lot of times people want to put their own little twist on it here and there, and that's okay. But in the beginning, you want to just stick to exactly what is being taught. Like, don't try to do your own thing. Just, this model works. It's been proven. Obviously, I mean, I went from 200 to over 20,000 in less than 60 days. So it's an advantage. I think it's an advantage.
Yay! I know you're excited about that. Your enthusiasm comes out a little more in text messaging, though. So,
It's very exciting.
so how many people, Christina, have you personally shared your experience and the opportunity with now?
A lot. Luke, he's my landlord, also my good friend. Him and his wife. My really good friend Stacy. Now my sisters, learning from me. Hopefully my youngest sister, I want to teach her. I mean, just like when I met you, you teaching me, giving me the opportunity to do something like this is just so amazing. I just, I want to share it with people that I really care about and that I know can do this too. So it's life-changing. Even though it's something small so far, I know this is going to change my life. So I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited to share it
Well,
with
I
you.
definitely don't want to take Well, I definitely don't want to take anything away from what you've experienced. I mean, sure, you've been handed some good tools and knowledge, but the fact that you just had the guts to jump in there and try something new and put your money on the line says a lot for you. I mean, you're highly intelligent in your own, so I think that it's important once we discover something that works to share it with those around us, because, like I always say, collectively we can all be better. And it's a lot easier for someone who's not really entrepreneurial to model themselves after somebody that's already successful. So the fact that you're blazing the trail and paving the road for those around you, I think, is really admirable.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So what are you most excited about in the near future for your business?
Never having to package and ship an order again. No, that, and also just the growth potential. I mean, yeah, the growth potential it's unlimited. You can do so well with this business model because you're not doing all the shipping, the packaging, the payment processing. You can grow your business to millions And that's I mean, it's really, really exciting to me. So I can focus on what I'm good at, the marketing, finding different product opportunities. So that's, yeah, that's what's most exciting to me.
That's good. I think in this scenario, Christine, the sky literally is the limit. With $6 billion a month in sales on Amazon, if we all just had just a small percentage of that, it's still more than we need.
Okay.
So, what are your goals for the rest of this year? We have a few more weeks to close out the year, and where do you expect to be this time next year as far as sales goes and products online?
My goal, I would like to do for November and December, I want to do 100,000 in sales, which I think I can definitely do if I just really, really push hard and focus. And then next year, I would like to have between 5 and 10 solid products on Amazon, doing the same as my one product is doing right now. Um, Hopefully doing, 100,000 plus a month in sales. Fingers crossed.
So, at that point, are you finally going to realize your dream and throw in the towel
Yes,
at your other job?
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. That's what you told me your goal was, so
Oh
I want to
yeah,
make sure you get there.
this is what I want to do full time.
So, oh, actually, that was my next question. It says you told me you'd like to have big enough online sales business to quit your regular job. So, how soon are you going to be able to do that?
I'm hoping if things progress the way they've been by summer of next year, so hopefully sooner.
Nice.
We'll see.
Well, I think things have happened pretty fast for you so far. So, I think it's going to happen even faster the more you learn. I know you're diving into ASM4, and
Yeah.
that's a good thing. So,
Hmm.
that's definitely going to help your business.
It is.
So, what are your short-term plans for growing your existing Amazon business? I mean, between now and the end of the year, is there anything specific you want to implement to grow that, like adding new products or taking your products to other channels outside of Amazon, like Seth and I do? You want to sell more of your existing products on Amazon?
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm all about like taking the path of least resistance. So whether it's adding new products, or putting my products on Amazon, whatever is the best for my business, that's what I'm going to do. I don't think going outside of Amazon right now is the smartest thing to do. So I think I'm just going to focus on what's been working for me the past several months, which is finding a great opportunity and running with it. So probably going to stay on
Oh,
Amazon and just finding new opportunities on Amazon.
great. You just reminded me there's something I wanted to share with you. I don't really want to do it in this format, but the next time we talk, ask me the best way to do that. Okay?
Okay, I will.
And I'll remember what I was going to tell you because it'll be an eye opener for you.
Okay,
Let's see here. You've accomplished all these things on your Amazon account before even joining ASM. Is that correct?
correct. Yes.
Yeah. So you just joined ASM this last launch for ASM4. I know you were exposed to some of the principles and things, but I think it's important for people to know that even before you joined, that you were already experiencing $10,000 or $15,000 a month in sales, which I think is great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And like I said, I know you recently joined ASM4, and you're excited to get to work on that. But have you joined any of the kickoff calls or the coaching calls, or taken a look at Module 1 or 2 yet?
Yeah, I've not been able to join the coaching calls because they're all during times that I'm at work, but I've done Module 1 and I'm working on Module 2 right now. And I'm going through each module like as it's my first time like signing up for Amazon. I want to learn it to the full capacity that I can possibly learn it. So even the beginning stages, I'm watching every video. I'm taking my notes. Module 2 is picking a product opportunity, picking the 20 solid products and comparing them and seeing where the best opportunity is. I'm doing that like everything all over from start to finish. I want to like really, really learn this model because I know it works. It works so well too. So the more you know, the better it
It's
is for your business.
Yeah, just with anything else, when you find something that works, it's like you called it, the path of least resistance is to continue to do more of it. I mean, that's the easiest way. I'm always preaching, taking the low-hanging fruit instead of reinventing the wheel. Let's just sell the wheel.
Yeah.
So, will you be attending the live event in your hometown of Vegas in February?
Of course.
Well, hopefully by then you'll be looking at getting rid of your job. So uh, realize that dream and be able to share it with all your ex employees that you work with over there. I know it was kind of weird the way you said it, kind of that we met during an event that you had no idea existed and it was being hosted in your own hotel.
No, I can't believe it. But it was meant to
So,
be.
do you Yeah, definitely meant to be. I think it was good for you and good for us. You're going to find out how good it feels when your sister or one of these other close friends calls you up and starts sending you texts in the middle of the night. Hey, look, I just had my first $100 day. I just did $1,000 this week, and now I'm at 10,000 a month. And you're just going to be cheering them on. It just feels good to be able to share that with people.
I agree. I can't wait. I know Stacy, my friend Stacy, and my friend Luke and his wife, they just joined the ASM4, and I'm so excited for them because I know they're going to do so well. So I'm excited to get those phone calls and those text messages. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Well, great. Hopefully, we'll be able to have them on live sometime to share their experience and hopefully give some others insight.
Yes.
So, do you plan on traveling to China with my group in March to work on sourcing new products in the market there?
I would love to go to China, so absolutely. If I can make it, I'm there.
Well, tentatively, we're looking at the week of the 15th, so I don't know if we discussed that or not yet, but my travel agent's still putting the plans together. Anything else you'd like to share with our audience, Christina, like words of wisdom, do's or don'ts, or best practices?
Um, well, in Module 1, Matt shared something, and I read it all the time. He just basically says, like, be willing to take risks. It doesn't have to be a big risk, but just be willing to take risks. You don't need a lot of money to start this. You can start with a few $100s, but it is a risk, and I mean, you deserve it. If you believe in yourself and you think you can really do this, then do it. If you really want something bad enough, you'll find a way, and if you don't, you'll find an excuse. So I think you just watching this video, you can definitely do it. So do it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yep, risk taking, that's something that people have been in the game for a while kind of take for granted, but it is a little bit challenging for people to get out of their comfort zone, and try something new that they don't really have confidence in. But I think you've proven to everyone that you have to take a risk to get the reward, and I think part of what you just said, big rewards involve big risks. So you got to be willing to step out of your comfort zone and try something new.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I know you have plenty to do out there on the west side, so I appreciate you spending 30 minutes with us here. And no live questions right now, so if somebody emails me something, I'll try to answer it on my own. I think it's a little late for the people on the East Coast.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing, Christina. Looking forward to having a couple of months with you sending over your results. It never gets old to see people being successful and being able to share what they're doing. And like I said, you and lots of others I'm bragging about all the time. I get sick of people giving me excuses why they can't do anything. I'm like, look at this guy and this girl and this one, and
Yeah.
now tell me why you can't do it. So it's kind of like beating a dead horse sometimes, but I guess it just comes natural to me. I just like to share and I want to teach everybody I can.
And you've been amazing. It's been such a blessing that we met and that you spent, I know you're so busy and you spent so much time helping me and teaching me and showing me little tricks, and I'm so thankful for that. So thank you so much. Yeah, it's been.
Well, it's been rewarding on this side too. So thanks for sharing that with us, and I think you'll be an inspiration to a lot of people out there. And I'll sure let you know how it goes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, Christina, have a good night. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.